Well, today I'm coming down fishing off a sort of a beach. It's a rocky beach. We've had a couple of days of massive swells, and probably the biggest swells we've had in years, if not a decade. And I envisage that the water's going to be pretty stirred up. So I'm hoping there'll be a few rockfish in around this beach. And yeah, there's no one here. I know it's low tide at the moment and it'll be starting to rise now. So yeah, be interesting to see if there's anything actually here. Anyway, there's no one here, just me. So that's where the water is at the moment. In the past few days, the waves have been coming up here, right up here, covering 40 to 50 metres, up over this bank. So this bank's a good metre or more high, up here, and just have a look at all the rocks that have been carried up here and dumped. Look at the size of this one here. It's been picked up by the swell, thrown over the top of the bank here and deposited way up here. And the swell has hit these reefs here, and that's virtually stopped the swell going any further. Now, I haven't had to bring any bait because with that intense energy from the big swell of the last few days, it's actually washed the likes of sea urchins, off the bottom and up into this beach. There's another one there. There's the likes of Kunji, or Kunji boy as it's known, and it's everywhere. So I'll chop these open, all my bait will be in there, and yeah, there's an endless amount of bait here, but that's good. There we go, more Kunji. So I'll just collect a bit of this to start with, and then I can get a line in the water. So with all these boulders here, what happens is all that Kunji and sea urchins that have been washed up or broken off get pounded by these rocks rolling up and down or under the water, and it produces not only a burley trail but also plenty of food for the fish that are out there. So it does draw them into this area. So let's just hope that the theory is right and that there's a few fish in here, still in here. The swell still coming through, nowhere near like it was. It's going up there about 50 metres yesterday and the day before. As you can see here, there's an abundance of tucker. It's washed up out in the water. There'll be just as much, if not more. So these fish here would have been enjoying a banquet over the last few days. So there's another little sea urchin. Another one there. These are only small ones. But as you can imagine, if they're getting broken up by the swell, it's quite a natural burley trail. Another one there, that one's very heavy. There's a tiny little one there, looks like he's just been born. There's one here that you can see. This is what happened. This one's half busted before it's washed up, and consequently hasn't released all those all that food that's inside that the fish actually love. Even the bigger urchins get dislodged and washed up, but that swell was absolutely powerful. It was shifting big rocks, so you can understand how these little units here get moved around. Yet another broken up sea urchin, again releasing all that yummy stuff that the fish love. Look, there's even an abalone there. If anyone's ever dived for abalone, they'll understand how tough these things are to remove from the rocks. But no, the swells managed to get this dislodged and washed up onto the beach. Oh, and here we have a Spangler's rock welt. It's obviously broken off as well. Oh look, there's even a little kite mollusk washed up. And these suck onto the rocks pretty hard. Here we have a turban snail. The animal's still in there. Here we've got a labiate helmet snail. Yeah, it looks as though he's been really knocked around too. I haven't seen too many of them around here. Listen to the sound of the rocks rolling as these waves retreat. And these are just tiny waves compared to what we've had the last few days. You listen. So it's these rolling rocks and boulders along the bottom which smash the conjivoi, abalone and also the sea urchins. It breaks them open. So it's quite a natural phenomenon, but I'm going to try and take advantage of it this morning, and hopefully there's a few rockfish out there like drummer and blackfish and whatever else is there, maybe some brim. Anyway, I can't wait any longer. I've got enough bait. I'll get over there and get a line in the water. There's my bucket of bait and burley. I have a variety there from sea urchins to cunji, and there's also a few shellfish. I'll just smash this urchin up. To release all that tucker inside, and that'll just ooze out into the water. I'll throw it there, the next wave will take it out. So today I'm using a Surf 60 Elvie reel. It's a bit smaller than the one I normally use. I've got a 10-foot rod. It's a fairly solid rod. First thing I put on is a swivel, then I've got a sliding sinker. Like that. It goes only up that swivel, then another swivel before I have my leader, and I'm starting with a, I suppose, a reasonable size hook. So that's about a 3/0 hook and very sharp. So hopefully the fish won't have a chance. It's got quite hot now in the last 15 minutes to half an hour when I've been collecting bait. So I get the gear off and I'm just about ready to get stuck into it. Woo! It's exciting. You never know what you're going to get out here. So this is the congee that's washed up on the beach. Now let's just open a couple up. Yeah, beautiful bait for bream. Beautiful. So there we have some beautiful congee baits. Ideal for bream, ideal for drummer and blackfish, luderick, and many other species. You'll have a go at this. So there we go, the perfect bream bait. There's a bit of a rip going out adjacent to the rocks. Might be something hanging in close there, even though it's low tide. Feel a few pickers having to go at the congee. Oh, a bit of a bite. Very soft though. Very soft on the bite. I'm just going to try a bit of this abalone. I haven't really used abalone for bait before. I've used ab gut years ago. This looks good enough to eat. Now there's what they call abalone gut. It was one of the best bream baits. So this time I've got a bit of abalone on the bait. It's abalone. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, my on. Oh no, I think I missed him. Oh no. There we go. The bream. We have a nice yellowfin brim. A bit of a purple tinge to him. Oops, he comes away.
I actually bought some prawns that I caught with me today that were frozen, so I'm just going to try a couple of them on there and see how I go.
Swell certainly settling down, but wow, isn't there some white water around? I always like that for snapper off the rocks. It's an indication that there were a lot of fish, a lot of snapper coming in close. They know what the white water means. Food. Oh, feels like a better fish. Feels like could be a drummer. Oh no, it's another brim. Nice brim. Oop, better get him before he heads back to that water. There we go, another beautiful brim. This time I'm going to cast in really close. It's there. How far's out? That's about 5 metres out. I reckon the fish might be in close now. Oh. There you go. About 4 metres out he was. And I was using just the tiniest bit of abalone as bait. Here's another brim. Got Kunji on his bait. Threw out a bit further this time. Not too much fight. It hit hard, but yeah, it's a brim. I'm sure it's a brim. Again, there's a lot of brim in here. Oh, he's a nice fish. Get away from that, sir. Oh, he's well hooked in that upper jaw. There we go, that's a nice solid brim.
So I might as well try some more kanji, I think.
Take it. Come on, take it. Come on, take it.
Yes.
Ah, damn, I lost it. Just through the lip. Oh, damn. That's more than the freaking edge. What is it? What is it? Another brim. There we go, brim number 5. The beautiful brim caught on kanji. Take it. Not so much a soft bite, but a picky. He's picking at it. Pick, 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 pick. Whereas a soft bite you can hardly feel there. Just pulling it gently like that. Here I'm using a bit of abalone for bait. Little half-eat tree on there. If something scoffs that down, it should get that tip of the hook.
Oh, here we go.
Come on. Damn it, I lost him. I can't believe it. Far out. Well, it's been a beautiful morning. This morning it was pretty much no wind. The fish were very picky on the bite. Anyway, it's been a great morning. Just like, subscribe if you want to get more of this sort of content to view. See you next time. Bye for now. There we go, 5 nice yellow fin bream.